Hello everyone, good evening to all. Just confirm me once in the chat box, sir, my voice is audible. Okay, sir, thank you for your response in the chat box. So, last session we have done about the blocked credit under GST section number 17, subsection 5, plant and machinery, plant or machinery. We have done the concept of input service distributor section number 20, 21, and we have done the relevant memory techniques as well. Okay, sir, last session was on YouTube because I was not available at that time, so I have already recorded the session and we have just uploaded it on YouTube on live streaming. Okay, because we just want no break. So if that session was live streaming, I have recorded the session earlier, then after uploaded the same on the YouTube. Okay, now sir, today a very important concept we are supposed to start, that is also very relevant from GST perspective, that is registrations. So let's start our discussion on the concept of registrations under GST. Sir, as there is a specific turnover limit, that if your turnover crosses that specific limit, at that time you have to take the GST registration. Okay, that means if your turnover crosses the limit of 20 lakh rupees, if you are dealing in exclusively services, if your turnover crosses 40 lakh rupees, if you are exclusively dealing in the goods, or for certain specific states the turnover limit is 10 lakh rupees, that means for the financial year, if your turnover exceeded the specific limit, you have to take the GST registration. Am I right, sir? Some of our client maybe come to our office and say that, sir, my turnover crosses this specific limit and my turnover crosses 22 lakh rupees, whether I need to take the GST registration. So we just need to check with reference to the section that the limit in case of services is 20 lakh rupees and you are a service provider and your turnover already crosses 22 lakh rupees. So yes, you have to take the GST registration. So this important concept we need to keep in our mind. One applicability of the GST registration is based on your turnover. Now there may be chances that if you are making any interstate supply, that means out of Rajasthan, out of your state, in such a situation you have to take the GST registration, that is in case of interstate supply. If you are a casual taxable person, if you are a non-resident taxable person, then also you need to take the GST registration. We'll discuss the concept of casual taxable person and non-resident taxable person as well. Sir, there may be chances of a particular situation. There may be chances of a particular situation in which certain person has to deduct the TDS. Okay, in that case also that person require the GST registration. So there are certain other situations are also available for which GST registration is required. So one condition is turnover, another multiple conditions are also there in which you have to take the GST registration. Okay, so for taking the GST registration, we have a GSTN common portal. Okay, because as if you want to create account on Instagram, Facebook, then also we have a dashboard of Instagram, Facebook, we have to create our login credentials. The same concept is applicable in your GST as well. If you want to take the GST registration, you have to apply it through the GSTN common portal. Now sir, there may be chances that you need not to take the GST registration although your turnover crosses the specific limit. What are the specific circumstances? First, if you are exclusively dealing in exempted goods or services, in that case no need to take the GST registration exclusively. But if you are partially dealing in taxable goods, partially dealing in exempted goods, then you have to take the GST registration. But if you are exclusively taking care of the exempted goods, then no need to take the GST registration. If you are an agriculturalist and selling the product which is generated or produced through the cultivation of land, in that case also no requirement to take the GST registration. Okay, Otherwise you have to take the GST registration. Yes, healthcare services you have to take the GST registration, but certain healthcare services are exempted, and if you are exclusively dealing in that healthcare services, no need to take the GST registration. Okay, if you will check, we have a chapter in our book, a detailed chapter in which we have covered all the services which is exempted under GST. You can go through with that chapter as well. Okay, so now, sir, registrations under GST, first thing, if your turnover crosses the limit, certain other scenarios are there, but if exclusively exempted and agriculturalist, you need not to take the GST registration. Now, for taking the GST registration, we have a dashboard, we have a portal, that is GSTN common portal. We have one GSTN common portal. Okay, so sir, as we all know, this GST number is pen based. Okay, this GST number, GST registration is pen based. That means when you are applying for the GST registration, you have to provide the data of your PAN number. Okay, and based on your PAN number, your GSTN will be allotted. So I am a single person, CA Sachin Jain. Sachin Jain. I have one PAN number. Okay, so if I want to take GSTN, then GSTN will be issued on account of my PAN. On one PAN, we can take multiple GSTN. There is no issue with that. Sir, now you will receive the books in next 1 to 2 days. Definitely you will receive it. Okay. Uh, Sir, if goods and services both are there, in that case, the limit is 20 lakh rupees. Sir, in case of exempted goods, no need to take the GST registration, because this is exclusively, if this is a exempted goods, no need to take the GST registration inter. In case reverse charge mechanism is applicable, in that case you have to take the GST registration, whatever will be your turnover. We'll discuss that as well. Yes, if exclusively exempted and you have not taken the GST, then why e-way bill? In case of export, sir, GSTN is required. Sir, as you all are asking multiple queries, so I just want to share one very special thing, that very soon we are launching one book, that is comic book on GST, the GST comic, in which we have covered multiple question and answers topic wise in comic series. Sir, just abhi yaad aa gaya, so I can show you the dummy of that book, so you can put your reviews as well. I think the book is open in front of you. This is the first time when I am showing you the book. Very soon this book will be available. This is the comic book in which we have included multiple questions topic wise, and multiple answers are there. In this book we have covered multiple complicated examples, like, are liquidated damages treated as supply under GST? Yes, they may be treated as supply of services under agreeing to tolerate an act. So whatever will be your queries, all queries we have taken care in this particular comic series book. Sir, did you think that this book will be helpful for you? I am just taking the reviews. Okay, because we have not launched this book now in the market. Very soon we'll launch it. Okay. Yes, sir. Taxable, exempted, both. In that case, the same will be included. No, no, nothing like that. If you will check, Renu ma'am, if you will check section number 24, registration sure, you will found that yes, in case of interstate supply, there is requirement to take the GST registration. We'll discuss that as well. Thank you, sir, for your reviews. So very soon in market, we have two popular product. One is this comic book, and second, we have developed a certain GST cards, in which will provide around 100 cards like a visiting card. Okay. in which we have covered the rules in a very simplified way with linkage with section. We have given the section reference as well. That product will also be available in the market very soon. These type of cards will be available. Just I am going to give you the first look. These type of cards will be available. Rule number 3, section reference, section number 10. These type of cards, visiting card in one box, complete rules will be there. And we have developed these type of things just to create some excitement, because bare act padke thoda sa issue create hota hai. So we have developed these interesting things as well. So thank you for your wishes. Very soon we'll launch it in the market. Most of from 16th of August, the same will be available. Gurmeet sir, yes, if you are supplying taxable as well as exempted, in that case, that will be included. Okay. We have not decided the price yet. This is the first look of our comic book and the GST cards. Okay. Tomorrow we have a meeting with our publisher. Whatever will be the cost that publisher will give, in that will add certain margin for the author. Okay. And then after we'll declare the final price. But the book will be available, or the cards will be available on a very affordable price for this month. Okay, the same will be launched, I think, from 16th of August. Sir, a great concession will be there for all of you. But yes, for authoring these books or these cards, we have made a very huge efforts. Our team has made a very huge efforts. Yes, sir. Very soon we'll launch and we'll go for a concession for our GST comprehensive course participants. And this comic book is completely in a glossy form. Okay. I think that will be costly, but not more costly. For beginning, we'll provide it at cost only. Okay. Colorful book will be there. Sir, my team is working on that. So let's come to the point. I have just shown this particular book or cards because I have received certain queries. So we have created this type of comic book so that one can easily go through with that. And I just want to show the first screen in this GST comprehensive course itself. So now let's start our discussion. Sir, registration, GST and common portal, PAN number based. If I have one PAN number, in that case, yes, I can take the GSTN. And if you are a ICTPI member, then on 16th, on 17th, I will be available at Ballari. Okay. So you may take the book or the cards from that place as well. So, sir, PAN based registration. So first you have to apply on GSTN common portal through your PAN number. Okay. And you have to provide the data that you are a taxpayer, you are a tax deductor. Then after, you have to provide one mail ID, you have to provide your mobile number. Accordingly, one temporary registration number will be generated. Okay. Then after, sir, after generation of TR and temporary registration number, transaction reference number, you can say, you have to fill the details because you are taking the GST registration. So there is requirement of a premises. There is requirement of the premises because you will take the GSTN on the premises itself. Okay. So that premises may be yourself, or the premises may you have taken on the rent, that is rented. So if the premises is owned by you, in that case, you have to provide the ownership proof. If the premises is rented, in that case, you have to provide the rent agreement. If the premises you have taken on lease, in that case, lease agreement should be required. If you have taken that premises on consent, in that case, consent letter is required. That means whatever type of thing you have to provide. Okay. And when you are taking the GST registration, you can take as a proprietorship concern, as a partnership concern, as a LLP, as a HUF firm, as a company. So if you are taking the GST registration in the capacity of proprietor, in that case, you have to provide the details of proprietor, like the Aadhaar card, the name, the father's name, the address of that particular person, you have to provide it. Okay. Just one important call. Just give me 1 minute. Sorry. So let's start our discussion. When we are taking the GST registration, we may take in the capacity of proprietor, partner, LLP, HUF or company. Proprietorship के case में we have to submit the details related to the proprietor. Okay. And if we are taking the registration in the capacity of a partnership firm, in that case, we have to provide the details of all the partners like name, father's name, the address, the photo, that details we have to provide. In case of LLP, we have to provide the details of all the designated partner. In case of HUF, we have to provide the details of the Karta and the relevant members. Also, in case of HUF, there is a requirement of the consent from all the members on behalf of the to give all the power, to assign all the powers to the Karta. In case of company, we have to provide the details of all the directors with mobile number, mail ID, DIN number, everything we have to provide. In case of partnership, LLP, company, we also need to upload the partnership deed copy, the LLP agreement or the company law according MOA, AOA or the company incorporation certificate. These documents we have to upload additionally. But in case of proprietor, we need not to provide. Also, when we are taking the GST registration, sir, I will not give much more time to this topic. I'm just going to explain you practically, because since 2017 we all are following the relevant steps, but I am just going to link it in a practical way. And okay, so these are the details which is required in case of proprietorship firm. If you want to assign the work to another person as a managing partner or as a manager, in that case we may add authorized person. Okay, for adding a person as an authorized person, there is requirement of a consent or a authority letter as well. Okay, and your client, most probably the person who is taking the GST registration, dealing in certain goods or certain services. So the same should be added on the GST and common portal under HSN or SSC code. For the goods, we have HSN code. For the services, we have SSC code. Okay. And also, whatever will be your principal place of business, from where you are conducting the business, that place should be added as your principal place of business. There may be chances that the taxpayer is putting the goods at another place in the capacity of warehouse. There may be chances the person is sending the goods for job worker to other. There may be chances that the taxpayer is storing the goods at transporter place. There may be chances that the taxpayer is keeping their books of accounts at another place. So in all the four situations, you have to maintain the other place as well in your additional place of address. Okay. So we just need to keep in our mind when we are taking the GST registration, we should ask with our client, sir, whether there is any additional place, whether you are keeping your books of accounts at another place, whether you are storing your goods other place as well, whether you are providing any goods for job worker to the job worker, whether your goods is stored at transporter. In that case, the same place should be added in our additional place of business. This is very important thing. Okay, in our last session we have also done the effect for non addition of the additional place of business on GST and common portal. So that point we have to keep in our mind. We have a lot of questions. Okay, so we'll discuss certain questions as well. Sir, for company, whatever will be your director, whatever will be your number of the director, you have to add it on the GST and common portal. Yes, sir. Independent director also you have to add. Sir, in case of consent premises, how RCM will be applicable? Because in case of premises on account of consent, no rent will be there, so no RCM is required. Renu ma'am, nothing like that. I think you have selected as a mandatory to give authorization. Okay, there is one option. You just need to tick that particular option so that the primary authorized signatory you can add another person, so that particular portal will demand. Otherwise, in cases normally they are not demanding. Yes, if you are importing certain goods and if you are storing it in a warehouse, in that case you have to show that warehouse as your additional place of business. Okay, otherwise if departmental authority will found your goods at that place, departmental authority may add liability on you. Yes, Gurumesh sir, in case of cancellation of registration by the department, till the effective date of that cancellation, your registration will be there. From that date, no registration. Yes, your Mumbai place will not be your additional place of business because state is different. Yes, Gurmeet sir, definitely. If your job worker is unregistered, then definitely you have to add that place as your additional place of business. Otherwise, departmental authority may treat that particular goods as supply. Sir, no notification is required when you will select for registration. In that case, definitely when you will select director, you have to provide the details of all the directors. Section number 25 is given the mandatory conditions to provide all the details. Section 25 procedure defined. Sir, you have imported the goods, you have paid the liability under reverse charge mechanism, that is completely okay. But if the goods is stored at another place, in that case again department will treat that you have imported once, now again you have sell the same at that particular place. Sir, multiple job workplaces temporary. Okay, in that case also you have to provide the details. Otherwise, the point is that if departmental authority found any goods, they may add on. Agar nahi found kiya, in that case completely okay. Okay. Sir, in case of bakery, you have goods as well as services. So accordingly, your turnover limit will be 20 lakh rupees, and accordingly, you have to take the GST registration. I think everyone is okay. All the queries are okay till that point. Sir, in case of interested job worker and the person is unregistered, that person has to take the GST registration. How you can add it as an additional place of business? This is not possible. So that we need to check once, okay? Or you have to take a letter and the same has to be submitted on the GST and common portal, that this particular person, we are providing the interstate as a job worker and the person is unregistered. So on that behalf, we are not able to take the GST registration, so we are putting the details. Okay, and you also need to write a letter to your jurisdictional officer. Because if a particular person is providing the interstate services, then again mandatory condition to take the GST registration, whatever will be your turnover. So in that case, that job worker has to take the GST registration. That is what is the point. Is that okay, Ram Shankar sir? Because section 24 mandatory condition to take the GST registration in case of interstate supply. Now, but yes, you may write a authority letter to your jurisdictional officer. This is the process to take the GST registration. Okay, sir, after applying for GST registration, your ARN will be generated. Okay, acknowledgement reference number. Based on your ARN number, your file will be assigned to a jurisdictional officer. Okay, that officer, that means after Aadhaar authentication, your ARN will be generated. Then after, your file will be assigned to your jurisdictional officer. That person, that officer will scrutinize your application, check all the relevant documentation, the supportings which you have submitted with the departmental authority. After that, the departmental authority may mark your application for the physical verification, or departmental authority may issue the GSTN directly. Okay, or departmental authority found any deficiency, in that case they may issue the show cause notice, and for that show cause notice we have to provide the reply with supporting documentation. Okay, when we are providing the response on account of the show cause notice issued by the departmental authority, we just need to keep one thing in our mind, that sir, our reply should be based on very concise point. Okay, our reply should be based on section reference as well. We'll discuss. Now, sir, in certain states, there is a timeline. The departmental authority has to issue the show cause notice or reject the application from 30 days from the date of application. Otherwise, the registration will be treated as deemed approved. Okay. And sir, we have done our discussion on a special concept, that is casual taxable person and non-resident taxable person. Casual taxable person and non-resident taxable person. Sir, what do you mean by casual taxable person or non-resident taxable person? Sir, these are the person who are taking the GST registration for a limited amount of time. They are taking the GST registration for a very limited amount of time. The government is allotting them the registration maximum for 90 days, and that 90 days can be further extended for 90 days. This is the maximum timeline for the casual taxable person, for the non-resident taxable person. I hope when you have filed the GST registration application of any taxpayer, at that time you found there is two option available on the GST and common portal: non-resident taxable person, casual taxable person, composition scheme, and you have to put it as yes or no. Okay, so this is casual taxable person, non-resident taxable person. If you will select, then maximum 90 days, and the 90 days further extended by 90 days. Most probably, these persons are taking the GST registration to participate in exhibition. Suppose we are from Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Okay, we are attending the convocation of ICTPI is going to be happen at Bellary, Karnataka. Okay, so in that case, when we are going to sell our product from that particular place in the exhibition, we have to take the GST registration from Karnataka. And when we'll take the GST registration from Karnataka, at that time we are not taking our permanent registration, we will take the temporary registration. So we may apply for the temporary registration as a casual taxable person, maximum for 90 days. The same can be further extended for 90 days. When the government is allotting the GST registration as a casual taxable person or non-resident taxable person, in that case government is saying that Mr. Sachin, you are taking the GST registration for a limited amount of time, so you should deposit the amount in advance. So they are saying that your estimated tax liability should be deposited in advance. Your estimated tax liability should be deposited in advance. Your estimated tax liability should be deposited in advance. Now, that is what is the concept of my casual taxable person, non-resident taxable person. Now, after filing the GST registration, after filing the GST registration application, there may be chances that there will be a change in director, any change in proprietor, there may be particulars of proprietor, there may be chances of change in the principal place of business, there may be chances of change in the additional place of business, there may be chances that the HSN and SSE code is going to be changed, there may be chances that the banking details is going to be changed. In that case, whether we can file any amendment application on the GST and common portal? Yes, we can file an amendment application. So government is saying if there will be any change in your registration particular, you can file an amendment application form. There are total 2 fields are available. One is non-core field, another is core field. Okay, you can file the application. Although in our practical discussion, when we'll discuss each and every tab on GST and common portal, we'll practically also discuss the things in a very detailed way. Okay, so amendment is also possible. You can file the amendment, but you have to file the amendment in a limited amount of time. Now, sir, registration ho gaya, you have done your registration, amendment also done. Sir, there may be chances that departmental authority may cancel our registration. Departmental authority may cancel our registration. Okay. Sir, we'll take the queries after 5 to 7 minutes. Okay. So yes, departmental authority may come up for the cancellation of registration. One, if the taxpayer is going to file an application for the cancellation of registration, in that case departmental authority may cancel the same. There may be chances that the person has taken the GST registration and within next 6 months the person has not commenced the business. In that case also there may be a cancellation of registration. There may be chances departmental authority has found that the person has taken the GST registration due to fraud, willful misstatement, suppression of fact. In that case also departmental authority may come up for the cancellation of registration. There may be chances that the person is dealing in the fake invoicing, paper transaction. In that case also departmental authority may come up for the cancellation of registration. So total 2 scenarios are there for the cancellation of registration. One is normal cancellation, another is due to fraud, willful misstatement, suppression of fact, your cancellation of registration. Before cancellation order, departmental authority will provide one opportunity of being heard. Then after your cancellation of registration will be done. Okay. Sir, after cancellation of registration, the departmental authority has passed the order for the cancellation of registration, whether we can file a revocation application. Yes, definitely. You can also file a revocation application, in which you have to provide the facts that, sir, our registration has been cancelled, but on these grounds our registration should be activated. We are submitting the report, the relevant supportings as well, and this is our application letter. In that case departmental authority may accept your revocation application and approve your registration once again. But the point is that before passing any order regarding the revocation of registration, departmental authority has to give one opportunity of being heard. Is that okay, sir? Regarding the cancellation and revocation. Now, sir, all the concepts has already done. Now we'll discuss the same with the reference of sections. Sir, deemed registration means you have filed a registration application and departmental authority has not taken any step on that in 30 days. That means departmental authority has not approved your GST registration application, departmental authority has not rejected your application, departmental authority has not issued the show cause notice. In that case, your registration will be treated as deemed approved. If you have the permanent establishment, in that case, yes, the same will be normal process. Yes, permanent and casual registration both are different. As we have a permanent registration at Jodhpur, Rajasthan, if we are going to participate in any exhibition, we have to take the GST registration at that place. Yes, for casual taxable person, you have to first pay the estimated tax liability in advance. But after your event and when you are going for a cancellation of registration, in that case, if any tax payable, you have to pay. If you have no tax liability, in that case, refund will also be there. In case of suo motu cancellation, you can file a revocation application within 180 days. This will be the maximum timeline. Otherwise, you have to file an appeal. Then after you have to take the approval. So multiple complexities will also be there. Is that okay for everyone? All the concepts are okay? Can we link the provisions? Can we link the concepts with the sections? Are you ready? Now, sir, now we'll link the same with the sections. As we all know, when my turnover crosses the limit of 20 lakh, normally there is a limit of 40 lakh as well in case of goods. But normally, when my turnover crosses the limit of 20 lakh, at that time I have to take the GST registration. So section number 22, sir, 22, section number 22, 20 is the limit to take the GST registration. So under GST, section number 22 is related to registration. This section is making the mandatory provision that if your turnover crosses the specific limit, you have to take the GST registration. So section number 22, 20 is the normal limit to take the GST registration. So whenever you will look number 22, 20 is the limit to take the GST registration, and 22 is your registration. Section number 23, sir, just try to link the word. Sir, section number 23, just try to link the word 23 free, 23 free, section number 23 free. No need to take the GST registration if you are exclusively dealing in exempted goods and services, or you are an agriculturalist. You need not take the GST registration. Section number 23 free, section 23 free, section 23 free. No need to take the GST registration. Section 24, sure. Section 24, sure. Section 24, sure. Section 24, sure. You have to take the GST registration, whatever will be your turnover. If you are dealing in interstate supply, if you are a casual taxable person, if you are a non-resident taxable person, if you are a TDS, TCS collector deductor, in that case, you have to take the GST registration. Section 24, sure. The situations in which registration is mandatory. Section 25, just try to link the word 25 procedure define. Section 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 25 procedure define. This section is going to provide you the complete procedure to take the GST registration. Section 25 procedure define. This section is going to provide you the complete procedure to take the GST registration. Section 26, sir, try to link the word 26. Section 26 registration fix. Section 26 registration fix. Section 26 registration fix, that means deemed approval of registration after ARN generation. If within 30 days departmental authority is not going to take any action, in that case your registration will be treated as deemed approved. Section 26 registration fix. Section 27, sir. Section 27 taking favor. Section 27 taking favor. Section 27 taking favor. Taking favor of special person. That means casual taxable person, non-resident taxable person. So the registration of non-resident taxable person, casual taxable person, the advance tax deposit of casual taxable person and non-resident taxable person will fall under section number 27. Section 27 taking favor. Section 27 taking favor. Section 27 taking favor. Taking favor of non-resident taxable person and casual taxable person. Section 28 is very great. Section 28, sir, try to link the word. Section 28 is very great. Section 28 is very great. Section 28 very great. Section 28 very great, because providing the opportunity for amendment in registration. Because if someone is going to provide us the opportunity to change something, that is really appreciable, that is really great. So section 28 very great. Section 28 very great. Section 28 very great. So this section is providing the opportunity for amendment in the registration particulars. Section 29, deny. Section 29, deny. Just try to link the word. 29 denies. Section 29 denies. Section 29 denies. Section 29 deny. This section is going to deny your registration, that is cancellation of registration. Suo moto is also a cancellation of registration, because if you are not filing the return, if your business is not active, in that case your registration may be go for cancellation. So section 29 deny, that is cancellation of registration. And section 30, just try to link the word. Section 30 is not very dirty. Section 30 is not very dirty. Section 30 is not very dirty, because this section is providing the opportunity for revocation of the registration. Section 29 deny, that section is going to cancel your registration, but section 30 is not very dirty, because this section is providing the opportunity for revocation. So section number 30 is related to revocation of registration. Section 22, 20 is the limit to take the GST registration. So section 22 is related to registration under GST. Section 23 free, no need to take the GST registration in case of your exempted and agriculturalist. Section 24 sure, you have to take the GST registration. Section 25 procedure defined. Section 26 registration fixed deemed approval. Section 27 taking favor of the casual taxable person, non-resident taxable person. Section 28 very great, because providing the opportunity for amendment. Section 29 deny, that is cancellation of registration. Section 30 is not very dirty, because providing the opportunity for revocation of registration. Sir, everyone, this registration bunch from section 22 till section number 30, okay for everyone? Yes, PAN number, GSTN is PAN based, but yes, in case of casual taxable person, you have to take a separate registration. Sir, that deduction of tax is under income tax, not under GST. Yes, section number 30 is not very dirty, because providing the opportunity for revocation of cancellation of registration. So, sir, in our today's session, We have done our discussion on the registration particulars, that how we can apply the GST registration when we have to file the registration application, in which scenario no need to take the GST registration, in which scenario we have to mandatorily take the GST registration, and what will be the timeline for deemed approval of GST registration, how the casual taxable person and non-resident taxable person is going for the registration. And also, sir, we have done about the revocation of cancellation of registration and the cancellation and the amendment particulars. Now, when you are filing the amendment application and departmental authorities issuing any show cause notice, when we'll prepare our reply should start with, sir, as per section number 28, we have filed the revocation application. When you are applying for registration and departmental authority and departmental authority and the departmental authority is not giving you the registration or issuing the show cause notice, at that time what we need to do, when we are replying, we have to reply with reference to section number 22. We have filed the GST registration and all the required documents we have submitted as per the details which is given in section number 25. Sir, when you will give these type of references of section in your reply will be very, very, very effective. So we just need to focus on that. For each and every section, we'll provide you the memory techniques. Okay. And also, those who are joining Ballari for the convocation ceremony, we have a 1 hour bullet session on memory techniques. Okay. I am going to explain you the memory technique of each and every section of CGST Act just in 1 hour. Muralidharan sir, sorry, I am considering your situation, your scenario. I have already inquired with my technical team, with my dispatch department, but the point is that due to rainy season, they are working. Your books will be delivered very soon. I will once again check by today itself that what is the status of your books and will let you know. No, sir, GSTN cannot be transferred. No, sir, for TDS we can deduct. We have to take the GST registration as a TDS deductor. Okay. Ramananda sir, I am not getting your point. What is the procedure to bring books from Rajasthan to Ballari and vice versa? Sir, Venkatraman sir, if the different type of services in the same state, no need to take the GST registration, you can add multiple SSC code. But if different state, in that case, yes, you have to take the GST registration. Yes, in case of permanent establishment, you have to take the normal registration. Sir, in case of death of proprietor, in case of transfer of business, in case of amalgamation, merger, demerger, will take care of the situations. Ramananda sir, you are asking the practical scenario that when we are dispatching the books from Rajasthan to Ballari, then what documents are required for us? So we'll just carry the e-way bill and invoice, which is more than sufficient. No, sir, for normal registration, if you are taking, then you will take the registration as a taxpayer only. If you are going to take the GST registration as a TDS deductor, then you have to take a separate registration. Yes, Ramananda sir, then we'll go for e-way bill and documentation. Although we are not carrying the much books at Ballari, just sample books, 10 books will be available at Ballari. If you want to buy, you have to place the order at that place. Our team will dispatch at your postal address. Okay. But recently we have authored one book in association with the ICTPI that will be provided at Ballari to all of you. Sir, for works contractor, if in same state, then one registration is sufficient. But in multiple states, suppose in Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, then each state separate registration is required. Yes, sir, definitely. Without normal registration, you can get the TDS deductor. When you are going for a GST registration, first question is that are you registering as a taxpayer as a TDS deductor? So you just need to select. Okay. And also, Ram Shankar sir will take 2 sessions very practically. Will discuss each and everything from screenshots. Okay, so that it will be very much clear in your brain. So I think all the queries okay. Thank you once again to all of you. We'll meet on Monday sharp at 7 p.m. So I request each one of you, please be there. Thank you, sir. Sir, flat wala case we'll discuss. We have a separate concept of contractor. Okay, just give me 5 to 7 days. We'll discuss that concept as well. Sir, IGST maximum rate 5%, 12%, 18%, 28%. Thank you, sir. Ramananda, sir. Thank you. I think all the days I'm trying to make my efforts to deliver the content in a very well manner. Okay. So, and also if you have any feedback, any suggestion for the sessions, you can put it in the chat box. You can share with me. You can share in the group. You are free because we want regular updates. Sir, in Tamil Nadu works contract, if in the same state, no need to take the GST registration. But if in different state, you have to take the GST registration. So thank you once again for joining. Thank you for your response in the chat box. Yes, sir. WhatsApp pe I have received certain queries. Okay, that WhatsApp number with my team as well. So we'll take your queries by tomorrow and we'll respond. Okay. Actually, that the schedule was very busy since last 3 to 4 days. So I will definitely try to provide the response by tomorrow. Okay. No benefits are there. But if you want to maintain a separate data, in that case, yes, you can take the GST registration. But yes, no requirement if you are going to take the GST registration within a state. No need to take the separate registration. Sir, under section 129, why they are taking the penalty? Can you please share any copy of notice so that I can guide you in a best way? Next class will be on Monday. So thank you once again. We'll meet on Monday sharp at 7 p.m. Thank you once again. Bye bye. Good night. Take care. Enjoy the festival.